AI agents are the future. Imagine a world where you don't have to write a single line of code. A world where you just express your intent in natural language and an AI agent does it for you. This narrative might sound familiar, but you really understand what an AI agent is? Let's find out. To understand AI agents, we need to understand the problem they're solving. Let's start with a common use case, browser automation. Imagine we want to automate a login workflow. With frameworks like Playwright, we can control a browser just like a human would. With a simple function like this one, we can fill the login input, fill the password input, and click on the login button. It works, but there is a catch. This automation relies on fixed CSS selectors. That means it only works on this website, plus whenever a developer changes the elements, our automation breaks. Do you see it coming? Yes, we can ask the AI to locate the element for us to solve this problem. Unless you've been in a cave for 2 years, you most likely heard about LLMs like GPT, the model behind ChatGPT. LLM or large language models are made to predict text and therefore are really good at understanding context, answering questions, and coding. Let's go back to our code. Instead of using fixed CSS selectors, we can ask the LLM to find the selectors for us. To do it, we'll send a serialized version of the web page to the LLM and we'll ask to find the selectors for the element we want. We won't go over the details of this serialization and LLM prompting in this video, but feel free to comment serialize if you want to know more about it in the next video. Now our code goes like this. Firstly, we ask the LLM to locate the email input, and then we'll fill the email input using Playwright. Then we do the same for the password input. And finally, we find the locator of the login button and we click on it. Now our automation is more robust, but it's still fragile. What if something randomly happens? Let's say a cookie pop-up appears. Yes, we could add another step and use a vision model to check if there is a pop-up before taking any action. Let's do it. If the model tells us there is a pop-up, we can ask the LLM to find the locator to dismiss it, and then we use Playwright to do it. Our script is more and more robust. So we finally created an AI agent, right? Well, not exactly. In fact, what we've done is just an AI workflow. But we're still writing rules. What if we wanted to handle more complex workflows? It would be impossible to handle all edge cases one by one. Impossible unless we build a smarter AI. If you look at our code, the main thing that makes it unreliable is that it's too rigid. We thought about the possible edge cases and we solved them one by one. If we see a pop-up, then we close it, otherwise we fill the email input, and so on and so forth. But let's do an experiment. I will open ChatGPT, send a screenshot of my login page and say, I want to log in, what should I do? As you can see, the LLM is smart enough to define the next action to take based on my screenshot and my prompt. Now we know that, we can completely change our workflow and let the AI decide what to do. Our function will now consist in a loop. Before entering in the loop, we'll give an end goal to the AI. For example, I want you to log in and extract the latest news. Once in the loop, we'll ask the AI for the next task to perform. We'll also tell it to return the task in a given format that will be able to match with our code. For example, a click action, a fill input action, and even a done action to indicate our end goal is achieved. When we receive an AI action, we'll pass it to the Playwright wrapper to interact with the browser. And we'll repeat this loop until the AI triggers the done function, meaning our end goal is achieved. For simplicity, we won't dig into more details in this video, But guess what? We finally created an AI agent. The fact the system is now fully autonomous is the key difference between classic AI workflow and AI agents. Our AI agent is now capable of observing, defining the next steps on its own, taking actions, and deciding when to stop. It's a continuous cycle of thinking and doing. We lost some control, but we also created a much powerful system. Before I leave, I would like to add something. In this video, I talked about a kind of AI agent called browsing AI agents. But you can imagine AI agents in many different areas. Hedge fund managing AI agents, software engineering AI agents, accounting agents, and more. If you'd like to play with browsing AI agents and look at some source code, here are two good open source projects: Openator in TypeScript and Browser Use in Python. The links are in the description below. It's time for me to leave. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do.